This morning, my sister and I are headed down to our yearly trek to Red River Gorge. This weekend, we are going to hike the Swift Camp Creek Trail from one end to the other. It's about a 6.5-mile trail from one end to the other, and then we're going to come back. So today, Friday, we are going to drive down there, which is about a 3.5 hour drive from where we're at. We will park at the Rock Bridge parking lot, and we will hike the 6.5 miles to the other end. We'll set up camp, we'll stay there Friday night. Saturday morning we'll get up, we'll hike back to Rock Bridge parking lot, and then just camp. And then Sunday morning we'll get up and just get in the cars and come on home. I'm a little nervous about the campsites. As you can see from the map here, it looks as if there are plenty of campsites. The yellow dots are the campsites. Not all of them are. Some of them are just comments, but most of them are campsites. So we should be okay. But I think I'm a little nervous because I watched a few YouTube videos where people were planning on camping at a particular spot. They got there and there were already people there. And I have heard how Red River Gorge is getting run over with people now, especially on the weekends. It's gotten much worse than just last year. So I'm a little worried we're going to hike the 6.5 miles, get there, and there's nowhere to camp, and we've got to turn around and start heading back, hoping for a campsite. But we should get there early enough that if that happens, we have plenty of daylight and plenty of time to start heading back. But as I've read from all trails, it's an empty trail. There's not many people on it, but it is rough. So let's go pick her up and head on down. Sister only lives about 2 blocks from here, so this should be a pretty quick pickup. Matt says there's a lot of campsites. We're not finding them, but we found this one. I guess it's going to be pretty buggy at night, but it sure is quiet, and it's down in the hollow. All right, this is Friday still. We have just set up camp. We hiked from the Creation Falls to this campsite, dropped our stuff, set up camp, hiked, I think past Wildcat, I'm not sure, and decided it was getting dark, we needed to come back. So we came back to camp, done some camp tours. I'm really glad we came back. It's pretty hot, it's like 90 something degrees out here, probably 95. And we're soaking our feet in the water. We've got our firewood. The hiking from Creation Falls to this campsite is kind of flat, it's good. And then from this campsite towards the other end, 715 I think it is it's rough. It's overgrown, there's trees falling, and it's a lot of puds, and it's hard. I don't know how we would have done with packs. It wouldn't have been pretty. So, I'm not sure what we're going to do tomorrow, but we're going to hang out here, soak our feet, read some books, maybe do a fire. At 95 degrees it doesn't really sound good, but all in all, it's been a good day. And yeah, we'll see what goes on for tonight. There's my feet, I got my water. I actually made me some coffee tonight. Actually cold. This is actually a new thing that John Kelly showed me. GSI cup of coffee, where you put the grounds in the coffee in the bottom of the cup, and then you slide the insert down in it and let it seep for about 4 minutes, and then you can just drink right out of the cup, and it keeps your grounds down in the bottom of the cup. It's great. This one was $20. The other one, most of them I think are $40, but because I got the ugly brown color, it was only $20. So I had a hard time dropping $40 for a coffee mug. I'll do $20. I use the CNOC or Canuck, or however you want to say it, and the Platypus Quick Draw for my water filter, and absolutely love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's very fast flow, easy to do. It's been my favorite. Here is where I'm at. I mean, campsite is back there. This is if you've hiked this trail, you'll know exactly where this is at. And you can hear the waterfalls right down there. So, you come down the path from back there. If you head that direction, you're going back towards Creation Falls. And then if you hop over this little, I don't know what you call it, a dribble, and head that direction to the right there, you're going to head towards 715 and Wildcat. If you head towards the left, you head towards a very big campsite, which I would take you to, but I don't have any shoes on, so maybe I'll do that tomorrow. Dinner, which obviously isn't as good as Jason Wall, Mr. Backpacking with Jason Sir. I don't have a steak but I cold soaked some ramen, spinach, jalapeno peppers, sweet potatoes, and some tomatoes. So I'm trying to get more into cold soaking just because it's easier, but it actually is really quite good. Got some spinach in here. That's really good. Those jalapenos add that little bit of kick to it. Figured I might read a little bit. I never get to read at home. I'm always so busy. The Outsiders. Haven't seen that since high school. I should be able to get this done before we leave. We'll see. Great movie. Here's our campsite Saturday morning. We could not get a fire going last night. It's just too damp. There's my hammock. I didn't sleep real well. I think I kept squishing down to the middle. Come out here towards the end of the path, and this is the water we were soaking our feet in, and now I'm going to filter water from. I'm standing now right in the water looking forward, and there's a waterfall down there. I believe there's a group of guys camping down there because we heard a bunch of hooting and hollering going on well into the morning. Probably 1 in the morning or so. It sounds like there's a group of them down there. We just got past the creek we stopped at last night. And now we're hiking towards Wildcat. Is there a path up there?
It doesn't change.
Okay.
There's more rocks climbing.
Yay.
Wow. Woo-wee. I
Oh, yay, we made it. Or that way. I'm trying to decide if we're going to do the whole Wildcat loop or what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing. Thanks. We walked down Wildcat, hit the road, and had a decision to make. It was rumbling in the background, and going back was going to be rough. It was going to take us, what, 3 hours to get back?
4 hours.
4 hours. Or we're going to road walk it. We're road walking. It's not too bad. I think it's road 715. We're almost there. And then we got the gravel road. We got this. I think, well, we've been out here like an hour and a half?
Yes, exactly
an hour. So in an hour, we got from Wildcat Trailhead, so probably about like an hour and 20 to the gravel road. There we are. We are now on the gravel path, heading back. My guesstimate is this is going to take about another hour. We'll see. And then we're going to dive to the left in our one little campsite that we went to last year and hike the path the rest of the way back. We have made it down to the first half of the trail here. Took us an hour on the road, an hour on the gravel road. Now we're at this little rock ledge and we're gonna have to slide down. Wow. I hear people. Oh yeah. I think this was the easy part. It's the next one. We just literally just slid down. I think this was the easy part. All right, here is the other rock. We gotta slide down. That looks really bad from up here. There we go, now it's recording. We got you halfway down. I think your right hand, I held on, that was my hold, and I just kind of lowered myself down to the foothold, and then I was good. No, I was coming straight down. The little divot. And after that, it's pretty much you're just sliding on your butt. Yeah, right? This is day 3. I want to give you a little recap of what happened yesterday. I wanted to do it over by our little waterfall section, but it's kind of loud over there and I'd have to speak really loud. So I'm just going to do it from down the path a little bit. Yesterday was Saturday. We decided to go from camp and head back up Swift Camp Creek Trail till we hit the intersection of Wildcat. And then we had to decide at that point, we'd been hiking, it took us from camp to the intersection of Wildcat and Swift Camp. It took us about 3 hours to get there because it's pretty rough. At that point, it was 5 o'clock, and we knew if we turned around right there, it would take us 3 hours to get back, it would be 8 o'clock. So we wanted to either do Wildcat or finish out Swift Camp, and we had to make that decision. How are we going to make it back on time? We decided to take Wildcat to the road, and then we were going to make a decision from there. Are we going to take Wildcat back and then go back down Swift Camp, or are we just going to hit 715 and just walk down 715, walk down the road? We ended up getting to the road. We walked Wildcat, the little section, to the road, and when we hit the road, we decided just to walk the road back. And it was getting kind of dark in the middle of the woods. We walked 715 all the way back to the gravel road that we drove in on, and then we walked, and that took us about an hour, and then we walked the gravel road all the way to a path that would take us back in the woods right back to our campsite. So the gravel path took us about an hour, and then the path took us about an hour. So that's a recap of last night. Today is Sunday. We are going to get up, tear down camp. I think we're going to drive up to Angel's Windows because I wanted to see that. And we'll just kind of jump out of the car, run down, see it, and then we'll head on home. So let's finish our breakfast here, and then we're going to go tear down camp and start heading out. Alright, we're almost at the top. Air conditioning. Car. It's 95-ish. It's still hot. Look. Cars. We do 13 miles the first day, 15 miles second day, 4 miles today. It's all good. great weekend. I'm almost home. I'm driving home from my sister's house, so it's only a couple blocks. But it was a great weekend. My legs are very, very sore. I just got out of the car to let her out, and my calves are cramping. I think we figured out that road walk yesterday was actually almost 3 miles. And then we figured out we did about 30 miles in 2 days, which for two people who only hike once a year, that's not bad. And part of that 30 miles was rough hiking. So good weekend. We'll do it again next year. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. See ya.